Good morning, everyone. You might have some questions. For example, why are we looking at Marcellus Lobelia instead of Savar, our usual guest for these adventures of a seasonal variety? Well, I have a story to tell you. One day, I sat down to record the Hatching Tide and Little Ladies' Day event that we are going to be doing today with Savar. I sat down, I recorded about, I would say, the first 5 minutes, and immediately thought to myself, this sucks, I don't want to do this today. So I stopped. Then, after about, 4 days of very intense moving experience, in which I moved to a new apartment, got all of my stuff set up, and sat down to record again, I recorded the entirety of the Little Ladies' Day and Hatching Tide event on Savar, was fairly happy with it, and sat down to enjoy the rest of my day. Then, upon having a little video conference call with my friend Bees, they noticed that I sounded a little different. In fact, it sounded like I had an auto-tune voice filter on. I had a bad feeling suddenly, so I opened up my video files to look at the files for the Savar section that I had recorded, and found, to my horror, that at some point when setting up my computer, I had accidentally toggled on the auto-tune voice mod type thing of my voice mod program, and that had been on throughout the entire recording process, essentially rendering it unwatchable, or unlistenable at least. And I thought to myself, oh, well, no worries, I can just go into the book and do it again. I could not. It did not work. Couldn't do that. So I was pretty much willing to just completely give up on this event this year, as I had last year, although last year the reason I didn't do it is because I didn't have internet at that point, and then immediately after I got my internet set up, my computer broke. And then Otaku reminded me that I had this character still. And thank God I hadn't deleted him, because I needed him for, reference material, essentially. Which allows me to redo these quests. So, for tonight, and hopefully tonight only, we will be following Marcellus's adventures doing it. What's the lore reason for this? Don't worry about it. Just imagine it's Savar. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So, up here we have the Royal Seneschal and Ninota. Ah, come to enjoy the Hatching Tide festivities, have you? Hatching Tide has come once more, and I dare say we may have outdone ourselves this time. It all hinges on whether we can see Mistress Eliapo's dream realized. Over here we have Gili Eliapo, the princesses and the eggs. Gili Eliapo is looking for someone to help make a dream come true. Welcome, my friend. Oh, that was a little loud. My apologies. Let me try that again. Welcome, my friend. I take it the Hatching Tide decorations have caught your eye? It warms my heart to greet yet another reveler, for I am the host of this event, Gili Eliapo, at your humble service. If I'm not mistaken, you're an adventurer, yes? Might I have your name? I'm Savar Lobelia. Savar. A festive name, to be sure. I hope that you shall find all things Hatching Tide to your liking. In fact, I know you shall, for I have seen it in a dream clear as the one I had many moons ago, where the 12 Archons delivered unto me a prophecy which would inspire this occasion. I have worked tirelessly since that night to do their words justice. This year, it was again a dream that sparked my imagination. A dream of a goblin, massive and marvelous, standing upon the stage, where else but in Ul'dah, so many miles away. Wreathed in radiant flowers of pink, the darling Gabu held in her hands an egg decorated most lavishly. And there is but one time of year when the sandy brown of that city is accented by peach blossoms in full bloom. Yes, I speak of Little Ladies' Day. The message of Mistress Eliapo's dream was clear. Combine the spirit of Hatching Tide and Little Ladies' Day to create the most exciting day that Jewel of a City has ever seen. Actually, we sought out those in charge of the event and brought our proposal before them. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Master Savard. I have the honor of acting as this year's Royal Seneschal, and it is my duty to bring smiles and cheers to all the little ladies of the realm. What is Little Ladies' Day, you ask? Why, it is a day when the maidens of Eorzea are doted upon as princesses by their very own loyal seneschal. Mistress Eliapo's proposal was quite unprecedented, and so confident was she in her vision that she had already secured the services of a performer and his Gubu companion before meeting with us. I regret to say not all in Ul'dah share in her conviction. Many doubt the safety of such an act, which has brought our plans for Little Ladies' Day to a standstill. Trepidation is not without cause, Mike. Some 15 years ago, a supposedly tame Gabu ran amok in the city streets, causing untold harm. When the Seneschal informed us of these circumstances, I got to thinking we could hold a Hatching Tide event here in Gridania with a Gabu as a main attraction. Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Ul'dah that the Gabu poses no danger. Surely that would put any doubts to rest. In fact, the performers have already arrived. Donota and I will treat it to a display of their show, and I must say, I have never seen a Gabu so pretty and sweet. Out of all of the paths forward taken, this seemed to be the only one which might please all parties. I came to Gridania at once so I could act as witness for my peers in Ul'dah. Since you're here, might you accompany me to the show? Someone as well versed in this realm's beastkin as you may be singularly qualified to tell us just how docile this Gabu is.
Well, I'd hate to see Miss Eliapo's dream shatter. I expect quite a few eggs for my troubles. Do the dream shatter.
As would I. Well, I'm certain that we have nothing to fear. Having a stout arm by my side will be most reassuring. Well then, all is settled. The show of a lifetime awaits at Bent Branch Meadows. You had best not tarry. Agreed. Let us make our way there and speak with Alderman, the performer in charge. Oh, I can hardly wait. Goodbye. I went to visit the Gabu along with Mistress Eliapo. I must say I never realized just how adorable they could be. The adorable Gabu is even now delivering ecstatic cheer to all those in Bent Branch Meadows. Go there and speak with Alderman. I'm sure she'll be most eager to treat you to their show. Okay. I don't believe I've ever been this close to one before.
Oh, didn't see you there. Can we help you?
Greetings! I am the Royal Seneschal, in charge of making Little Ladies' Day the most memorable for all the ladies of the realm. Mistress Eliapo has informed us that you have quite the show prepared for us.
Ah, we've been waiting for you. Be hard pressed to pick your jaw up off the floor after you see what my Petey has in store for you. I've been watching over her ever since the day I found her wandering the wilderness all by her lonesome. Spent ages looking for her family, but now I suppose we're all each other has.
Petey, a lovely name, to be sure. And those flowers, are they peach blossoms? I dare say she is the very picture of a Little Ladies' Day princess.
I'm glad to hear that, and I know Petey is too. He's thought of little else since the moment Miss Eliapo came to us with her peculiar request. There's nothing in this world we love more than hearing the audience cheer, and I think this time we'll earn that and then some. We call this one Egg Surprise. Go on, Petey.
Egg Blast. That was astounding.
Impressive, ain't it? And all it took was a few glamour prisms. Of course, that weren't where the genius was required. Took us days and nights of racking our brains to figure out how to capture the spirit of 2 celebrations. In the end, though, I think we did about as good a job as could have been expected. Now, here comes the rub. Ever since we arrived in Gridania, Petey's been a little on edge. I hate to see her like this, but I think I've figured out what's causing it. As you just saw, she's got no problem performing in front of an audience of 2. But when a whole gaggle of revelers showed up not too long ago, she just rose up.
I see. You must not be used to such large crowds.
Luckily, I managed to save the show by climbing on top of her head. That set her mind at ease and helped her find her courage. I ain't as young as I used to be, and my knees are already crying out in protest at the prospect of climbing her again. You, on the other hand, you got plenty of moms left in those adventuring legs of yours. Might I trouble you to join our merry troop and support Petey during her star turn? All you have to do is climb atop her and head towards the crowds. Show them our act and tell the spectators to come to me for an egg of their own. Still plenty to go around.
Yes, I think that can be arranged. If Petey's act is a hit in Gridania, it would do much to allay the concerns of my Uldan compatriots. Best of luck, Savar! Petey is eager to get the show on the road. Speak with Alderman to ride her.
Trust me, Petey will love having you aboard. Now's our chance to get these eggs into the hands of the eager Gridanians. She's too timid to wander off on her own, so if something else demands your attention, she'll wake her way back to me. Now get out there and give Gridania an egg surprise.
They said the show was over here, didn't they? Egg blast. Die. What did I just see? Ha! This must be that performing Gabu I heard so much about. Good show, good show. Think I'll get an egg of my own to remember this by. Whee! I don't see any eggs. Is this the right place? Egg blast. Die. That was amazing. The rabbits were so adorable. And that crown of peach blossoms is so pretty. I wonder if they give them out with the eggs. Let's go find out.
I hear the Hatching Tide festivities will be held here this year, and I've seen nothing out of the ordinary. Hello, Pink Gabu, standing in front of me. That's pretty normal.
What about this, fucker? Egg blast.
Oh my stars! What manner of... Holy shit, a Pink Gabu! I've never seen one before, that's so strange. Oh, you're promoting Hatching Tide. Yes, I knew that, of course. A splendid trick that was, truly. Never knew Boo-Boos to be adept at anything besides eating, but expanded my horizons. Mayhap I'll partake in the festivities this year after all.
While Petey's expression is inscrutable, you sense gratitude radiating from her. She seems to have enjoyed herself.
Good work, Savar. Same goes for you, Petey. I could hardly pass around the eggs fast enough. Roar. And it looks like Petey's managed to conquer her fears. Let's hope these ovations are enough to conquer the seneschals. Not a single egg left. Good word. Good work spreading the word, Savar.
Grr. Grr. But again. Petey in pink. The Royal Seneschal has reached a decision. Although I've been but a bystander in affairs so far, what I've seen has been truly inspiring. Petey is possessed not only of a kind heart, but the soul of an entertainer as well. I would have her be the main attraction of our stage in Ulda. On behalf of the Little Ladies' Day Planning Committee, I invite you to our city as honored guests.
Well, I'm not one to decline such an Eager invitation. Consider it accepted. But first I'd best tell Miss Eliapo that she'll be needing more eggs. Go on to Uldar. We'll find our own way there before long.
Wonderful. Then I shall depart at once and make the stage ready for your arrival. You've helped tremendously already, but there's no denying that Petey has taken a shine to you. Might you watch over her in Uldar for a while? Just until she becomes accustomed to the crowds? Sure. Whee!
Every stage is different. It may take a while until Petey finds her footing, but her desire to see people smile can't be doubted. She'll shine brighter than all the jewels in any merchant's coffers.
Petey appears excited for her next adventure, bringing joy to the hearts of the realm's little ladies. Alright, off to Ul'dah. I forgot I didn't actually have an Aetheryte unlocked on this character for Ul'dah, so I had to take the long way. Haha, funny me. Boy, I sure hope I have Aetheryte. Or Ethernet shards. Oh, fuck. Okay. After a slightly humiliating time running around picking up most of the Aetherites, let's continue, shall we? Ah! You are arrived. You'll be glad to know that I've managed to win over the planning committee with my story of Petey's show. Uldah's gates will be cast wide for her arrival. If she is amenable to the idea, I would have her be the star attraction on this year's stage. But the first order of the day is to spread the word. If we tell the citizens what we saw in Bent Branch Meadows, it is my hope they will welcome Petey with open arms. And if her show is a success, then we will have managed a celebration which spans from Gridania to Uldar, painting smiles upon the faces of all the realm's little ladies and egg fanatics alike. I shall stay here and draw up what interest I can. Thor! Please pray head to the steps of Fall and do the same. Meet with me at the stage afterwards, and together we can shower Petey with applause. Aldemund and Petey will wait outside the city's gates until the appointed time. Until then, it is up to us to spread the word and muster the largest crowd we can. Hello, nonchalant citizen. Would you like to become chalant by watching a Kabu? I didn't know Gabus were capable of anything other than mindless eating. Are you sure this show isn't just watching a beast chomping on hay? Crowds of Gridania gave her a standing ovation, and so what if it is? You'll still have a chance to see a Gabu up close. You're gonna go anyway, loser. You don't have anything else to do. Well, when you put it that way. Besides, like you said, it's not as if I have anything else to do because I'm a loser. All right, look for me among the crowd. I'll be the biggest loser. Loser. Distracted citizen, would you like to be distracted by a Gabu? A Gabu performer? Aren't they dangerous? I suppose a friend of mine was raving about the show she saw in Gridania. It's the very same, I suppose it's worth a look. Hello, elegant citizen. You want to see a guy? Gabu? A Gubu? Here in Uldar? Judges up some terrible memories of the rampage I witnessed when I was a child. How do you know it won't happen again? Have you seen this Gubu with your own eyes? Yes, and she's brought countless smiles to the people of Gridania, and yes, she's as gentle as a tame chocobo. Well, I don't mean she's a Gabu. I don't know if she's gentle necessarily, but, I mean, she has made a lot of people smile, so, yeah, there you go. That ought to convince you, fucker. Is that so? Well, I see no reason why you would lie to me. Very well, I shall go. Perhaps in this way I can conquer my fears. Alright, the time of Petey's performance draws near. Speak with the Royal Seneschal before she takes the stage. Alright, there's everybody. It looks like things are going well. Let's check out what's going on over here. Such grace! Thank you for coming. Next is the main attraction. It'll be excellent. Thank you, songbirds. This crowd's got even my knees shaking. Can't imagine what Petey must be feeling. My thanks, Martha. My thanks. It seems word has spread even further than I had hoped. And while this is cause for celebration, Petey appears to be intimidated by their expectant gazes.
course, you could just hop up on her head and she'd calm down just like that, but we can't lean on you forever. Why don't you rally your spirits with some encouraging words?
Savar!
Seems she's really warm to you, and I reckon she'd appreciate whatever you have to say.
She can dazzle him. She just needs to believe.
Come on, Savar! Rally your spirits like you would your allies before a death-defying battle.
Petey is frozen with fright. She may come to if you rally her spirits. Alright, here you go. Punch you in the dick. I mean, I don't know. Just go. Get him.
Truth be told, this is her first time performing alone in front of so many people. I can see why her legs won't listen to her heart.
Remember how happy you made everyone in Gridania? Don't worry, Petey, I'm right here, and Little Lady's Day needs its princess. We'll go with the I'm right here. Good one. Music of Gubu determination.
That did the trick. You've really got a talent for lifting the spirits of the downtrodden.
Savar!
We are in your debt, truly. It's almost time. Lady Eliapo should have arrived by now.
Savar!
Pray join the bystanders and give Petey your heartiest cheer.
Petey is ready to take the stage. Join the other bystanders to see what she has in store for Uldah's little ladies.
The show shall start anon. Go on, join the crowd and lend your voice to the cheers.
Your words were like a drop of water on a hot day. I reckon Petey might even like you more than me.
That seems unlikely. Whatever.
Ooh la la, look at me!
Alright, let's wait.
And now for the final act. Oh shit. And now for the final act. Bedecked in blooming flowers, this Gubu princess has prepared something unforgettable for all the little ladies out there.
Look, I did it before the next line came up. I'm actually really good at it. Trust me. No worries.
This is just how I envisioned in my dream. And to think I ever believed Gubus were not but wild beasts. Oh, I simply adore her.
If Hatching Tide is even half as thrilling as this show, I'd best catch the next airship to Gridania. All's well that ends well. Little ladies get a great show, and Hatching Tide gets more egg seals.
Their smiles are like so many flowers in full bloom. Petey will be the talk of Uldah for moons to come.
That she will, that she will. I have you to thank, Miss Eliapo, for giving us both the chance to bring a little brightness to so many lives.
True. Well said, Petey. Alright, finish your little kissy animations. Let's get some dialogue going, girls. Come on. Hop to it. I don't have all day.
We hope you enjoy yourselves. Little Lady's Day is far from over. Things are just heating up.
Okay.
I've left Ninota in charge of goings-on in Gridania. Oh, would that she could see my dream come alive.
Petey appears elated by the crowd's reaction and gazes at the stage longingly. Fourth songbird confirmed?
I reckon Petey had the most fun out of everyone here.
Thank you, Petey, for bringing joy to the citizens of Uldah, especially its little ladies. That was better than I could have imagined. Hatching Tide and Little Ladies' Day will both be remembered as the highlights of this year.
Couldn't have done it without your help.
Savar!
We'll both be looking back on this experience with fondness for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that maybe it's about time I leave this performance business behind me and let Petey spread her wings. I think she'd be more than happy by your side if you have her.
But really?
As for me, I have it in mind to find a place to settle down and rest these old bones. I'd hate to tie Petey down just when she's found her passion. If you bring her along on your adventures, she'll be able to deliver smiles to corners of the world I've only heard tales of.
How could I say no? And are you sure you can manage without her? Seems like a reasonable thing to ask.
Can't deny how I already feel the tendrils of loneliness tugging at my heart, but they'll lose their grip so long as I know Petey's with you. I look forward to hearing of her exploits as I while the days away.
I don't mean to be rude, but I am required in Gridania. Ninota must know just how perfectly my dream manifested.
Give the lass our regards, eh? I'll stay here in Ul'dah until the festivities end. And who knows? Maybe longer.
And with that, allow me to thank you personally.
Savar!
No princess in all the realm could have asked for a more devoted seneschal. And that includes Petey. Seeing you dote upon her so dutifully reminded me why I volunteered for this position in the first place. Although Petey's show is concluded, Little Ladies' Day has not. Pray enjoy all that we have prepared. And don't be a stranger in Gridania either.
Sure, yeah. There we go. Completed. Take a look at our horn that we got.
Petey, hailing from place where the peach trees bloom, this winsome Gabu maiden was found and taken in by the traveling entertainer Aldemon. After delighting the crowds on Little Ladies' Day, she made the decision to join you on your adventures in order to spread more cheer. Place these peach blossoms in your hair and become as princesses, says Azalitha. Anyway. This crowd is as lively as I've ever seen it. Would that Petey could be our star every year.
I know you and Petey will have adventures wilder than I could have ever imagined. Make sure to come visit and regale me with your tales, eh?
Alright, let's see. Who do we got? Gabino and Riggy.
I came here during my break to see how the festivities were coming along, but imagine my surprise when I heard tell of a performing guru. I had to see it for myself.
Ricky, you trick! See Ricky's trick!
Sure did. Sure, man. Whatever.
I must say, the organizers of the festivities have outdone themselves. That guru told me into an egg fanatic. The Sylphs had a bit too much fun last year, so they put tonberry eggs here and there to keep those tricksters away. But looking at them now, though, I only hope they don't scare away more revelers than Sylphs.
Eggs! Tonberry eggs! Such adorable decorations are sure to turn tonberries from symbols of terror to objects of adoration.
In case you don't recognize this guy, this is a guy from the previous year's incarnation of Hatching Tide, which I missed because of the aforementioned computer problems.
An excellent and exciting Hatching Tide to you!
Savar!
We hope you enjoy all that we've prepared this year. Ah, you came after all. As you can see, the citizens cannot get enough of Hatching Tide. Go on and enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe I will. So there. Well, everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. Apologies for the strangeness of the way this one turned out. I will endeavor to make sure that I am not auto-tuned the entire time I do the next one of these.
Regardless, if you are interested in seeing more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, in which I upload all of the VODs for my streams, which you can usually catch live whenever I go live at twitch.tv/funguy. Or you can use the videos in the playlist this video is in to catch up on previous episodes of both Savar's seasonal adventures and the series that precedes it, A Realm Reread. Also, just as a small little side update, because we now know the release date of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail, that gives me a little bit more of an idea of when I will be maybe trying to start up the second season of A Realm Reread. Because Dawn Trail releases in July, I am probably going to give myself around a month or so of time in order to play through that and just kind of get my bearings and figure things out. So, tentatively, expect the return to Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reread sometime in August of this year. But until then, thank you all very much for watching, and have a